A lot of people have asked me why I would want to write my autobiography at the age of 48. And I tell them this is actually a story about my life so far. Growing up in a tiny little village called Kiambaa outside Nairobi. I grew up in a single family raised by my mother after my father died. And I was the youngest in a family of 2 girls and 2 boys. All of us, myself and my siblings, started off at Hospital Hill School in the late 60s and early 70s. And then from there, on to St. Mary's, my brother and I. That's where I honed my skills as an athlete. I always thought that I would one day become an athlete of some sort. Bottom line, it was a great school that churned out some pretty amazing people. And then when it came time when I graduated from St. Mary's in 1984, my mother couldn't afford to take me to college. Like, she couldn't afford the fee. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take myself to school eventually. But in the meantime, I'd become a flight attendant. And sure enough, there was an ad in the local paper by Pan Am World Airways. I applied along with 10,000 other people, and to cut a long story short, 40 people were selected to go to Miami, Florida, and we became flight attendants. And it was there, at that academy, that I discovered that I had the skill for the voice, the skill for talking. And when they asked me to do the announcements on the plane, sure enough, 7 times out of 10, passengers would applaud. They would clap and say, "My goodness, is that a radio announcement? Is that a physical human being saying this? If it is, we wouldn't talk to this person because he is wasting his time here." And sure enough, at the end of the service, I would go back and they say, "Hey kid," because I was 19, 20 years old, they say, "Kid, you're wasting your time. Go to school, do something with that voice, because one day you're gonna make a lot of money with that voice."